All right, and we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Mack to another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast. Today is Labor Day. Happy Monday. Hope y'all had a great weekend and y'all are looking forward to a short 4-day work week this week. I know it's always a plus. So, before we get into the podcast, I'm going to update you about myself. This weekend, I traveled out of town, so I had to change up my training routine just a little bit. But I still got it done. I still got it done. I got me a little swim and a short bike in on Saturday. On Sunday, I actually took the day off on Sunday and I played a little disc golf. So honestly, that was like a workout in itself because I was walking up and down hills all day. So I got a lot of steps in on Sunday. And then today, Monday, I completely just took the day off because if y'all don't know, I got my Olympic distance triathlon this weekend on Saturday. So I'm starting to taper down my workouts to get me ready and get me prepared for that for the triathlon this weekend. So I'm looking forward to it. All my workouts will be pretty light this week, pretty short, not too hard. It's only a few days out from the race. There's really no benefit to working out hard because you've already made all the progress you're going to make for the race leading up to this. So no point in trying to get in like super hard workouts right at the end to try and get any kind of gains before your race. It's kind of too late at this point. So we're just trying to keep our body moving, get us feeling right, and get us prepared. Try to let your body recover a little bit before the race. So that's what I'm doing this week. And I'm looking forward to it. Another thing that started this weekend that is going to lead me into the quick tip of the podcast, which is college football is back. Football is back and it's here to stay for a few months. And if y'all know me, I'm a huge Auburn Tiger fan. So I'm going to give y'all a big War Eagle for everybody out there. I actually graduated from Auburn. If y'all didn't know that, that's a little fun fact about me. But yeah, so my quick tip for college football season is make sure you get all your workouts in during the week. So that way you can kind of take Saturday off and use that as your rest day. Because you know you're going to be going to your buddy's house, grilling out, probably drinking a few cool snacks, doing stuff that's not fitting to your diet. You know you're going to have that off day. So go ahead and have a good week leading up to that weekend because you know you're going to splurge a little bit. So make sure you're dialed in Monday through Friday. Make sure you're hitting your workouts. Make sure you're hitting your meal plan, your goal, your calorie goals, things like that. Be super strict during the week because on Saturday, you're gonna kind of veer off your diet plan a little bit, and that's okay. You can still have fun in life and still hit your goals. It's possible, trust me. So if you know you're gonna have that cookout, have those few beers, watching the game on Saturday, you're probably not moving around a lot, probably sitting on the couch watching football all day. Y'all know how it is when it comes to college football season. I mean, Saturday is pretty much planned out for the whole entire day, watching football from 11 o'clock all the way until you go to bed that night. So that's my quick tip. Knock it out during the week and do it right. So that way when Saturday comes, you don't ruin all your progress and you don't feel too bad about, eating that piece of pizza or eating those wings or whatever you're eating. So yeah, that's a quick tip. Super excited that college football is back. I look forward to Saturdays during college football. I literally watch it all day long. I don't even care who's playing. I'm watching football somehow, some way. So yeah, we're gonna get into the podcast today. Today's podcast is probably gonna be a quick one, but it's an important one. You need to know. So today we're gonna talk about fats. So fats is one of the 3 macronutrients that we need in our diet each and every day. I've already done a podcast episode on carbohydrates and a podcast episode on proteins. So if you haven't yet listened to those, scroll back down, listen to those. I have a podcast episode on each one of those. So today we're going to end the little series of those with fats, because fats is probably the least controversial one. I know like protein's obviously going to be your main one, and then nobody really argues with protein because everybody knows you need protein. But carbohydrates is that weird one where people kind of argue like for or against carbohydrates. But fats, they're kind of like that middle ground where, yeah, they're good and they're bad, but they're just there. It's part of it. So we're going to dive a little into fats for beginners, just to give you a good, rough idea of what they are and how you can use them in your diet, and a good basis of understanding what they are and how they will affect your macronutrients, your diet plan, things like that. So first off, what are fats? We're going to break down the basics of fats and how they can fit into your fitness journey. So what are fats? They are a macronutrient, obviously. Your other macronutrients are carbs and proteins. We already hit on that. The role in your body that fats play is they provide energy, they support cell growth, and they help absorb vitamins. So what kind of types of fats do you have? You have saturated fats, you have unsaturated fats, you have monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats, and then you have trans fats. So what's the good and what's the bad fats? There's always a good and a bad side of everything. So what's the good fats? So monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats are your heart healthy fats that are found in foods like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. So these are your kind of good fats that you would say. And then what are the bad fats? So your saturated fats and your trans fats. These are going to be your more unhealthy, what you would consider bad fats. You want to make sure you limit these fats in your diet because they're ones that they're not necessarily good for you. So they're often found in fried foods and processed foods like snacks and things like that. So what is the calorie content of fats? So first, I'm going to start with carbs and proteins. So 1 gram of a carb is 4 calories. And the same goes for protein. So 1 gram of protein is equal to 4 calories. So when it comes to fats, they're a little more calorie dense than carbs and proteins. So 1 fat is equal to 9 calories. So the less fat will give you more calories than carbs or protein. So why does this matter? It matters because understanding calorie density is going to help your portion control and your weight management. So it's going to help understand how many calories you're intaking. It's going to help you better plan out your meals, your macros, your diet plan, things like that. Because those extra calories that you're getting in more than double the amount of calories you would from carbs or protein. So you gotta limit these fats when it comes to making your diet plan, making your meals, things like that. So that's why it matters how many calories are in 1 gram of fat. So next, what's the importance of omega-3 fatty acids? So omega-3s are a type of polyunsaturated fat with numerous health benefits. So some sources of omega-3s are fatty fish like salmon, and then flax seeds and chia seeds. These are all good sources of omega-3s. So the benefits of omega-3s are they can reduce inflammation, they can support your heart health, and they can aid in brain function. So this is why people take like fish oil pills for a vitamin. You'll see a lot of people will recommend you eat fish because it has these omega-3s in them and they're good for you. So next, we're going to hop into how fats fit into a fitness diet. So they're an energy source. Fats provide sustained energy for workouts and daily activities. So your body's like first source of energy is going to come from carbs, and then it'll reach for fats to provide that sustained energy. So next is macronutrient balance. So it's you want to aim for a balanced intake of fats, carbs, and proteins. Obviously, you want to consume a little bit more proteins than you do fats and carbs. I would say proteins you want to consume the most of, then fats, and then carbs. You want to consume the least amount of carbs because, this is why you see people do like the keto diet and things like that. But if you're on the flip side, if you're like an endurance athlete, you may want to eat a little more carbs. So it kind of just depends on what your goals are and what you're training for. And then also portion control. Be mindful of portion sizes to avoid excess calories. Don't just eat tons and tons of fats because you're going to be eating tons and tons of calories. So when it comes to cooking and food choices, You want to use cooking oils, like you want to choose healthy cooking oils. So extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado oil. So these are like the only three that I would really recommend. These are going to be your more healthy oils. I would stay away from like sunflower oils, seed oils, um, vegetable oil. Think there's several of them like that. I would stay away from those. Just stick with olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, coconut, avocado oil. There's gonna be like your three best ones in my opinion. And then for food choices, you want to opt for lean protein sources and whole grains alongside healthy fats. So when it comes to your protein sources, make sure you're getting the lean protein. So when it comes to your beef, get the lean protein. I think in most stores is like 93.7 is for the lean when it comes to beef. You want to get the more lean meats. No, they're not going to taste as good because I know the fat kind of carries a little more flavor and you can make it taste better, but it's less healthy for you. So get the lean meats when it comes to your protein sources. Next, you want to avoid trans fats. So hidden dangers. Trans fats can be found in processed foods, so read your food labels carefully. It can be found pretty much in all your processed foods. Are going to be fats, trans fats. You want to stay away and limit these as much as you can. So there's health risks when it comes to trans fats because they're linked to heart disease and they should be avoided as much as possible. I know you're not going to be able to avoid all of them, but if you can, reduce the intake of trans fats as much as you can. So in conclusion, fats are essential for health and fitness, but it's crucial to choose the right types and the portion control. So you don't have to stay away from them completely, but just limit the ones that you know you necessarily shouldn't be eating. And then don't fear fats. So don't think, oh, I can't eat any fats. Like, don't fear it. It's just like carbs. You don't have to fear carbs. They're not bad for you. I mean, some of them can be, but you just have to control your portions, control your sizes, and you'll be fine because they're essential to your diet. I mean, they're a macronutrient for a reason. You have to have them. So embrace them as a valuable part of your nutrition strategy. Use them to your advantage, and you'll be good to go. So like I said, this is gonna be a short podcast episode. That's all I got for y'all when it comes to fats. Um, there's really not much to talk about when it comes to fats. I don't want to deep dive in them too much to confuse y'all. I just want to give y'all the good like overview of what they are, and how you can use them. So that's really all I have when it comes to fats. But that leads us to the next segment of the podcast, which is the motivational quote of the week or the podcast, however you want to say it. So today's quote is success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. I know that was a mouthful, but from what I take from this quote is at the beginning, it starts off success is no accident. Obviously, it's no accident. I mean, yeah, some people get lucky and they win the lottery or something like that. But for 99% of people, you don't get just lucky. Like you worked your butt off to get to where you're at. And it comes down to the love of what you're doing. So, in order for you to be successful at something, you need to love what you're doing. And within time, you will become successful at it. So if there's no love there, eventually you're going to give up. Like you're going to quit if you don't love what you're doing. So if you love what you're doing, you'll keep going, you'll keep putting in the work, you'll keep persevering, you'll keep learning, you'll keep studying, you'll keep sacrificing, and eventually you'll be successful at whatever that is you're trying to achieve or trying to do. So for me, when it comes to like my fitness, I love working out. Like I love doing it. I love enjoying it. I love seeing progress in the gym, getting stronger, seeing my body change. So since I love what I do, I've become pretty successful at it. I would say, in my opinion, I've gained a lot of muscle, gained a lot of good size. Uh, even recently with my triathlon training, I've gained a lot of progress when it comes to my endurance, and we'll find out this weekend how far I really came. But yeah, success is no accident. Yeah, you got to put in the work. Period. If you want to see that success, so you're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to learn. You got to study. You got to persevere, and it's going to take hard work. So go get after it. Whatever your goals are, go chase them, get after it. Y'all got this. Yeah, that's all I got for the podcast today. Sorry, I know the quality may be kind of low on this. Keep getting an error message, but yeah, that's all I got. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry for the quick episode today. I wanted to get on here and drop some value real quick. I know it's kind of late, but yeah, that's all I had to tell y'all. If you haven't watched the 2 previous episodes about the other macronutrients, go check them out. Proteins for beginners and carbohydrates for beginners. You'll have to scroll back a few episodes. I don't remember exactly what episode number they are. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed it. Check me out on all my social medias, Murphy Mac Fit on pretty much everything, or Murphy McCammon on YouTube. Y'all go subscribe to the YouTube channel. I got a YouTube channel for my podcast that I post all the live streams on. The Fitness Beginner Podcast on YouTube. Just search it. Should come up. Subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Yeah. Hope y'all had a great Labor Day. Peace, love, protein. We out.